Roxanne, 1987. I wasn't sure if I would like this. The aesthetics, the protagonist has a long nose and um, gets as well, doesn't actually get bullied so much because he can stand up for himself. His name's Charlie Bales, and he's more often referred to as CD, and he's played by Steve Martin. And then there's Roxanne, title role of the film, Roxanne Kowalski, played by Daryl Hannah. And another key character is Chris McConnell, played by Rick Rossovich. Now, it took a while for me to realize what was going on because, I mean, it's comedy. Steve Martin can look after himself. Um, he sort of he's a quirky character, but he's intelligent, I guess. Um, he's sort of prepared because he knows that he's going to be picked on for his aesthetic look. Um, and there's one point which I found really funny where he goes in a bar and confronts a bully who, um, you know, just makes fun of his big nose. And he just goes into a really elaborate, long, self deprecation set of jokes to one up on the bully by showing that the whole bar can laugh along with his self-deprecating jokes and that he's heard it all. I mean, effectively, that's what it is. So I thought this really just all those different things, one after the other, names a subject, makes a joke, all relating to his nose. Um, And so it's more than slapstick. I mean, I suppose that's why I was a bit reticent about it to start with. I thought, oh gosh, it's just going to be. I mean, he's a firefighter, and there's firefighting related comedy in this as well. Um, and it is a bit what you could describe as madcap, perhaps. Hope that's not a bad phrase to use these days. Apologies if it is. Um, but some of the jokes, I mean, there are jokes about the nose. I mean, like one point someone says, when it's either cosmetic treatment, talks about less acreage and then, oh, I mean, area, stuff like that. There's, you know, can he use makeup to deal with it? So he wants to fit in, he doesn't want to stand out. Um, and there's proverbial jokes about cats in trees. But the main thing is the love triangle, uh, simply because um, uh, CD falls for Roxanne, and yet Roxanne falls for Chris. So this love triangle, I realized when that happened and when it got fleshed out a bit, that in a sense it was a bit like the film Old Boys, which I saw recently. I actually made a review and then I don't think I published it. So I think I may do that very soon and publish it because I'd like to give a comparison at some point soon. But effectively, they're both, and I've seen another film that I can't remember its name, that they're all um, remakes of Cyrano de Bergerac, and that is a nose-based film. So it's a common theme, but there is a lot of originality in this. So I thought, yeah, I like it. It's not a simple do-over. And if anything, Old Boys being 30 years later, may have borrowed some of the jokes. I don't know. I'm going to have to rewatch that and then review it. But I really enjoyed that as well. But there's there's some real crass, awful attitudes by many of the men in this because it's set in 1987, I guess. Um, and I think, oh, cringe, cringe, cringe. But I mean, that's what the setups of a lot of this is about. It's that Chris is an unreconstructed man who doesn't think he's just desperate to go out with Roxanne. And Charlie, in effect, helps him by giving, firstly, by trying to coach him, but then by, in effect, deceiving Roxanne because, and that's where I guess that's what I don't like about this film. It's like the whole essence of Cyrano de Bergerac is two guys deceiving a woman, and it's just like because one is the look, has the looks, and the other has the brains. So brawn and brains, and she's into astronomy. She's and oh gosh. So there's stuff about it I don't like. I've more or less not separated that out that well. But there was an awful lot of humour I did enjoy about this, and I suppose it's the different characters, and I suppose the effect of showing one character's flaws. You have to show the derogatory stuff. So in a way, perhaps the criticism isn't that relevant because it's part of the story. And it is, I think, overall an enjoyable film. And it is, you realise it's set in 1987, so attitudes were different, although unfortunately they're going back that way. And I prefer progressive stuff. So, but in a sense, it's a reflection of how things were at that point. So I think what I'll do is score this uh, 8 out of 10. It's pretty. I think the good side of it outweighs the stuff that I didn't like about it. Um, I'd love to know what you think about it. So thanks for watching. Please leave your comments. Thanks if you subscribe. Please like if you like this film review. Please hit the notification button, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.